What's going on is base trades here. Let's go ahead and jump into it. So we had the New York session around 2 o'clock. Some Donald Trump news broke, and you'll see that big red candle down. I did catch it at around 2 o'clock. I caught a little piece of it. What was that trade? How did that work? I wish I could point in my screen, but I can't. Not right now. You'll see two big red candles, and then a third kind of small candle, and you'll see a bunch of arrows. That's my entry. I entered right there. Why is it so messy? Well, because I set my entry right where that wick is at the very top, like you should, right? That's the rejection. It's not coming back up. Basically, the buyers are not strong enough. The sellers are still in control. But it didn't, it dumped so fast that I had to enter at sell market to get a piece of this. And because you know, you never want to see drawdown that big. Either way, it worked out. It was just continuously dumping. So, you know, I caught that trade. It was a good amount of money. And, you know, we keep moving forward. So, and I caught, you know, the pullback too because what goes down comes up. I caught that pullback. But anyway, the real trade I was waiting for, I knew was going to be after hours, right? As you can see, you have some chop there. What is chop? Chop is you see the highs are not being broken and the lows aren't being broken. They kind of are, but not really, right? It's trading in the up, down kind of situation. What's happening? Liquidity is building on both sides. Something's got to pop. This little line that we live our lives by, right? That line is chasing liquidity. It's going to go towards where the money is. I thought at open it was going to immediately go towards that money, and it did not. So I shorted it, right? And I was going to short into the chop and exit, make a quick 200-300 bucks, and then wait for it to actually break. I was wrong, right? So when my original place was a short, entered a short position. You can see the arrow down on the dime on the left-hand side, big red arrow. There's a 10 below it and an 8 above it. That's my entry, right? That's where I was entered. It came slightly into profit a little bit. I was going to get out right here because I was like, okay, well, it's going to trade into the chop. I'm going to leave right here into the chop zone. It did not. Came close, but it did not. I think that's about as close as it came, up 150, maybe like 200. Yeah, 250 at the most. And then it immediately started taking back off. Now, I thought at this point that we're at the top of the zone. We are going to go to fill that red candle, right? We're going to do the overnight thing, which is where they refill big dumps because smart buyers are buying into the panic. Dumb traders are trading outside of the panic. So you're seeing the panic and you're panic selling, you're giving your money to the market. Smart traders looking for an entry point to make some money. So I enter long here thinking, okay, we're going to break. It did not. So I entered another second position because I still believed in this. Not something you should do. Bad discipline on my end, but you'll see it. That's my entry, and then I had another entry right there. Now I have two entries in the chop, and if you fast forward, I'm just in the chop, right? My entries are just in the chop now because I was impatient and I was trying to be greedy, and I was trying to trade a quick short before the chop started. I was wrong, so then I paid for it. You'll see it bounces. It came up to about $600 profit, so let me make that nice and clean, right? Again, I'm long here. You'll see the green arrow, the DOM. It's underneath that arrow. I'm losing money. I'm down 300. Came back to where I bought it, up 75, down another 300. Then it came all the way down to negative 950 at one point. 975 right there. That's bad. But why am I not panicking? Why am I not tripping? Because it was still in the chop. I'm not technically not wrong until it breaks out of the chop zone going down. It never did that. I was just over leveraged on it, which again is my fault, right? But long story short, after that 950, it came back to where I bought it, bounced back up to 600. I didn't want to sell it because at that point it's showing the strength that I wanted to see. Boom, it's trying to break again. Trying to break again. Trying to break again. Came back down into the negative, but finally started creating a floor here. And that's when I basically took a deep breath because, okay, yes, I'm right. I knew the next candle was going to be a pop. And it was. Boom, right? Or sorry, boom, we're in there, right? That's what I was waiting for. I thought that that was going to happen. I thought this was going to happen at the beginning of the market. I was wrong, right? 100% wrong on that. I thought that was going to happen again. That positive 1,100, whatever, positive, all that money. I thought that was going to happen at the very beginning. It was just going to refill that section, which does happen. It chopped, and I was in that chop. It could have dumped. Um, I knew it was going to be a low likelihood that would have happened, but I could have dumped, but it didn't. and it came up. I think it came up to about 1,650, 1,600, something like that, and I sold with all my losses. I think it ended up being $1,000 day or something like that. Big lessons on this. What to learn from it if you're watching. This is chop, right? A lot of my entry here, you'll see my entries on the overnight so far session was chop. I could have easily have entered at that first big green candle right there. That's your entry. It's that simple. Big green candle shooting through all those sell orders, just showing strength. Boom, that's your entry. And it happened quickly too. Set yourself an entry there. Set yourself a stop loss down a little bit below those indecisive candles, those tiny little itty bitty three baby candles, right? That's your zone. Set it below there. If it drops down below there, it has nowhere to go but down. But as you can see, it worked out and it was up 1,650 or something like that. That's where I sold it. Minus all my losses and commission, I think I took home about a grand, 1,050, something like that. But yeah, big lessons. Don't enter in the chop. Be patient and wait for it to break, show strength, and be a good trader. Survive till the next day. All right, holla at y'all. See y'all next time.